right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back. I literally just got off of my live stream and I'm filming this without having even moved, okay? Because Candace Owens just dropped an absolute thermonuclear bomb that is going to set the internet on fire, that is going to have intelligence agencies everywhere terrified of what she might know. It's going to have potential state actors looking for ways that they can put her in the ground before she's able to speak on Monday. Like, this is the kind of thing, I want to stress this very, very much and be totally serious as I say this, because this just dawned on me right now. If you are not familiar with how Andrew Breitbart died, okay, I'm going to give you a refresher on that right now before I show you what she's talking about, okay? Andrew Breitbart indicated that he had information that was going to be absolutely the end of John Podesta, okay? Both Podestas. And he said he was going to release it on, I can't remember the exact date. Let's say it was March 13th, right? He's like, I'm putting it out March 13th. These guys are human traffickers, whatever. He said about the Podestas. And literally a day before he was going to drop, he's supposed to drop this, like the nuke that was going to put the Podestas down, he died of a heart attack, okay? And you do not hear people questioning that very often in mainstream circles at all. They're just like, yeah, he died of a heart attack. That's one of the biggest strengths of the mainstream media, is they don't allow speculation around things, even when it's something like that, you know. That's this. If what she's saying is accurate, and I have no reason to doubt it, then that's what you're looking at. You're looking at a potential Podesta situation, or like she needs to be inside where no one can fucking get to her until Monday. Okay. So I doubt she'll see this, but if she does, I hope she has security that is keeping her safe, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into this. By the way, because I owe them an ad read real quick, yokratom.com. If you're a Kratom user, $60 kilograms, yokratom.com. It's where I get mine. And I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't yet. And then also, like this video if you like. Just actually, if you respect Candace like I do, like this video, and I better see likes from fucking everyone because she's the biggest badass on earth. Oh, I gotta make this not muted. Let me go back real quick. This is crazy. Oh, also, this part is very important. I'm sure most of you guys have read this, but I want to break this news immediately because it feels important, and I think if I don't break it immediately, something bad might happen. I hope I have earned the trust enough of the people to believe me when I say that I have verified this information but cannot reveal the source. Okay, I'm going to read this to you first because what she has on the text is different than what she says. Okay, Tyler Robinson is not suicidal. The entire narrative that was placed in the media about him having been suicidal is completely fictional, as are many other aspects of what we have been told. Okay. His father having turned him in after a confession is also complete fiction. To the contrary, Tyler Robinson maintains his innocence and has never even been to the UVU campus. There are absolutely zero photos or videos on that campus that can produce to the contrary. Bro. Which is why they have produced nothing other than a blurry image which Tyler's family knows is not him. Tyler has never once expressed a suicidal thought. I want to make that clear. The federal government is lying about absolutely everything other than the fact that the gun is his. Dude. Okay. Not that we needed further substantiation, but Tyler Robinson did not author those Discord messages. Who called that? Everybody. I know I just said this on my live stream. I'm saying it again. Who called that? Who called that? Me. Okay? And if you think I didn't, go to the video where I said remote bomb and go skip to the end when I explained how, if it was a state actor who did this, how they would have framed Tyler Rogers. I called all of this. I called that. How hard is it to hack into someone's Discord? How hard is it to get into some of these text messages? The text messages with the boyfriend. So all of his confessions are all digital, right? No one says that they heard, and there's no one testifying that they've heard him say it. It's all someone that had his devices or were in his software. Okay, I would like to again stress that he has never been to UVU campus, but I need to confirm this later. I believe he was around the campus that day. I'll have more on this later, but I wanted to immediately publish that the Tyler Robinson suicide narrative plus the dad did the right thing after realizing his son was guilty is a federal concoction. Dude, of course there's something wrong with all of this because like none of it. Okay, now we're gonna go back. Let's listen to Candace and then we'll discuss.
Okay, I didn't want to leave you guys on a crazy weekend cliffhanger. I needed to get that information out as soon as possible. Obviously, you can probably see that I received some information, a communication, which answered a lot of questions that the public has had about the story, or rather the non-story that we are getting from the feds. The push that Tyler Robinson is this lone shooter, which they're trying to establish as a fact. Some of the burning questions that we had, okay, well, if he turned himself in, how did he also not confess? I now have the answers to that. The main point, the reason why this information came to me is because there's a narrative being spun right now by the media that Tyler Robinson is or was suicidal. That is not true. And that's a very scary thing when suddenly they're saying he's suicidal and, you know, he's in solitary, and he's not suicidal. So that was the reason why this information urgently came to me. Obviously, I know a lot more, and I'm going to share it with you guys on Monday. I just wanted to vet some of the things that I heard, ask some more questions from people that would know, and just to make sure everything I say is above board. And obviously, this lead led to more leads, and I want to give people a chance to respond. This is crazy. Nothing more that I can say. This is very serious. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that what we are being told has gone on is just not so. And yeah, this is really kind of going to begin, I think, to answer a lot of questions and many more questions that need to be asked. So I just wanted to let you know that what they're telling us about him being suicidal is not true.
Again, okay, like I spoke to, what's the right way to put this, dude? I consider myself to be like a person with principles, okay? But my principles, generally speaking, have to do with protecting my own family, okay? Like my ultimate ideal will always, always, always have to do with my own family. But when I compare the way that I live, given my platform, I know what I would do and what I wouldn't do in situations. And when I look at people like Candace, I wouldn't do this. I'm telling you that right now. I would not do that. Like what she just did. If I found out that that this was being spun up, I would find a way to put that information. I would give that information to someone else, and I would have them put it out. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because my ultimate guiding light is like protect my children and my wife. And I have so much fucking respect for people who put it all on the line like her, dude. You know, and I'm not saying that like, and dude, she's a mom. Believe me, I know she would say, well, that's her, you know, guiding light as well, but it's not. And I don't mean that as she's a bad mom. I mean, she was born to dragon like this. Like this is her purpose. Like she's a fucking dragon, dude. And you can't, it's funny because she, you know, I just literally just started calling her that. Like, well, I've been calling her that behind the scenes, but I started saying that out loud and I literally didn't even make the connection about how she's been making fun of what's her name for saying, you know, she's like the mother of dragons. It's like Candace is the dragon. And yeah, I mean, some people were built for a specific reason, and there is no doubt what hers is because, fuck, man, just imagine, like, if that fucking woman ever ends up with you in her crosshairs and you're not shitting your pants, you are stupid, okay? And I know, like, people say, they're like, she's gone crazy when she did this one, she's done this, whatever. And listen, dude, like, if you point her in the wrong direction, maybe, yeah, she could be destructive. I don't know. I completely believe her. For the record, completely on board with her on Brigitte Macron. 100% on board. She also did such an incredible job on the Minnesota, what do you call it? The George Floyd documentary she did. Incredible. Also, incredible job that she did was on the Making a Murderer response that she did. It's nothing is more infuriating than finding out that you've been lied to, like, and that you believed them, you know, like Making a Murderer. I believed it, dude. Like, I was like, man, they fucking did this guy wrong. I challenge anyone anyone to watch Candace Owens' response documentary to Making a Murderer and tell me that guy Stephen Avery is not guilty, and that kid, the ultimate fucking, oh my God, they did this to his little nephew. That kid raped that woman and helped Stephen Avery slit her throat. There's not a question about that in my mind after watching Candace's documentary. And that's not because Candace told me. Okay. They left out so much stuff that you're like, how could they have pretended that didn't happen? They knew that and they didn't put it in the documentary. And you realize like any faith that you place in certain types of people is misplaced. Candace's purpose is to expose people like that. You know what I mean? Like, bottom line. She's a fucking badass, dude. She's an absolute badass. But here's the Andrew Breitbart tweet: before death adds fuel. Okay, so check this out. So social media is, where's the actual tweet? Okay. He said, how, oh, what just happened? What just happened? Where'd it go? I don't know where that just went. But he said it was like he came into, like, what he was talking about, he's talking about Pizzagate. Okay. He was talking about Pizzagate. That's what he's like, how pedestrian, there we go. Oh, there we go. How Prague guru John Podesta isn't household name as world-class underage sex slave op cover-upper defending unspeakable dredges escapes me. He wrote that on February 4th, 2011. And here you go. I mean, geez, man. If we even started getting into like, did we start getting into fucking Pizzagate? Oh, wait. How about this, guys? Hey, I have an idea. You guys want to get into some Pizzagate? Here you go. Here's some fucking Pizzagate for you. Howard Rubin, ex-New York City financier with ties to George Soros, arrested for allegedly sex trafficking women to sex dungeon penthouse. We're going to be doing a video on that tomorrow, today, or, well, today will be probably Saturday. Maybe I'll put this out right now. It's Friday night. But either way, we're going to be doing this video because George Soros connected, sex dungeon, kidnapping, Pizzagate. Let's go, dude. Right down the middle for me. But, yeah, she's distracted right now with, or not distracted. She's got Charlie Kirk thing. She still is going to take this Brigitte Macron thing all the way to Pizzagate. If you guys don't know where she's going with that, that's where she's going. The Brigitte Macron thing, as it expands, like, she's established that Brigitte Macron is, packing heat, right? Where she's going is going to be into the deep, dark religious side, like the Satanist stuff. And that is, at its core, that's the Pizzagate stuff. Elite, like, top of the food chain, people who worship evil. Anyway, she's amazing, and I hope she's safe this weekend, and I'm excited to find out what she knows.